To update our application template, we need to go into the application module, in the view area, and the layout folder. In there is our layout.phtml file. There's a lot of stuff that the Zend application is provided in here. Stuff like how we set meta characteristics up in the head, how we load style sheets, favorite icons, all of that fun stuff that web apps need. And we also have JavaScript files. We're going to go ahead and leave those alone for now. We're not going to be updating any style sheets or adding any JavaScript files. But if you needed to, this would be the area that you do that in. You'll notice that we have the body section where our HTML begins, the main content of our screen. And we have a navigation section at the top which lists out our links. And then we also have a footer here at the bottom that has some information in it as well. The one thing that I do want to point out in this file is right here on line 47, we do an echo this content. This right here is Zend grabbing the content views of our controllers and injecting them into the layout. So this is the dynamic portion of your application. Everything else here is going to show up on every page except for the content that gets displayed here. Okay, to update the header, I'm just going to come into this navigation class here, and I'm going to just replace some of the information that the Zend Skeleton Framework added. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the image of the Zend Framework 2 logo. This leaves us with a link that points to our home URL. I'm going to go ahead and give this link value a name of book list. Maybe I'll actually call it book list application, since that's what our application is. Right now when we go to the home page of our application, it shows the Zend Framework 2 page. We don't necessarily want that. We want it to show our book list. So we need to change the route to make that work to point to our book list. We'll go ahead and do that in 1 second here. We have one other item in our navigation bar that we can update to provide some contextual information to our application. Right now this just takes us to the home URL, but this link up here also does the same. So I think what we'll do is have this be a quick link to our book add function. I'm going to go ahead and just change this link to point to our book add route, and I'm just going to manually go to that route. And I'm just going to go ahead and update my footer as well. I'm going to get rid of this date range for our copyright. I'm going to get rid of by Zend Technologies, and I'm just going to give myself the credit since I built the application. And that should be it for our header changes. So let's just go ahead and test out and make sure that our look and feel now looks more appropriate. And then we'll go ahead and change the route information. Alright, so I've refreshed my book list page, and you'll notice that now we have book list application in the header, and we also have a link to book add, and our footer has been updated. And if I click on book add, that should just take me to the book add form now. And this should take me back to the book list, but we haven't changed the route yet. Right now it'll take me back to the home page, which looks like this. So once we fix the route, everything should be working with our look and feel and our links at that point.